Shalom. I'm going to give all the glory and the praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Wakah, Kodash. That belongs to the apostles and the elders of great millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect, which are the remnant of the Israelites, Israelite foreigners, that don't look like us, but they are us. Shalom. All right, the title's lesson is going to be Remember the Days of Old 3. I'm still in Deuteronomy 8. I'm going to start off at verse 10. All right. When thou hast eaten and art full, then thou shalt bless the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, thy power for the good land which he has given thee. All right, right here in Deuteronomy 8 is talk about when the Lord had brought us out, Yahweh had brought us out the captivity of the Egyptians, okay? All right, and helped us through the bondage and all that. All right, remember this is back then when Moses had access towards Yahweh. Verse 11, beware that thou forget not the Lord, Yahweh, by Shem Yahweh Shai, thy power, in not keeping his commandments and his judgment and his statutes, which I command thee this day. And basically another example too, we may not be able to fulfill all the commandments as we know, but some of the commandments still last down to this day. Okay. Verse 12. Lest when thou hast eaten art full, and hast built goodly houses, and dwelt therein, and when thy herd and thy flock multiply, and thy silver and thy gold is multiplied, and all that thou hast is multiplied, then thine heart be lifted up, and thou forget the Lord, Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, thy power, which brought thee forth out the land of Egypt from the house of bondage. All right, so basically, once we finally get our stuff and everything that we have, we need to give praises to him. That's what we was doing, because he had brought us out of captivity of Egypt. Who led thee through the great and terrible wilderness. While we was outside of captivity, we had to go through the wilderness for the 40 days and 40 nights. Wherein were fiery serpents and scorpions and drought. There were, Shalaka with noise in the background. And scorpions and drought. Where there was no water, who brought thee forth water out of a rock of flint. Talk about when he had fed, gave us water out of a rock. That's straight power right there. You can't get water out of a rock unless you know who you need to know. All right. Who fed thee in the wilderness with manna, with a spiritual man, with his spirit, basically. Which thy father knew not, that he might humble thee, and that he might prove thee to do thee good at thy later end. And thou said in thy heart, my power and my might of mine hand has given me this wealth. So we got to give praises to the Lord, let it be known. When we good and when we down at all times, because while he's guiding us, he's helping us get through all these things. We got to have faith sincerely. And it's back then with Yahweh. So don't change when Yahweh Shai come down, because he come in the name of his father. So whatever his father say, that's what he's saying. So it's no difference. All right. Verse 18. But thou shalt remember the Lord thy power, for it is he that giveth thee power to get wealth, that he may establish his covenant, which he sware unto thy fathers, as it is this day. So basically, if he made promises back then, you gotta keep in mind, that's part 1, all right, the Old Testament. We living in part 2. Yahweh Shai going, taking basically what he's saying, what his father, whatever his father said, that's what he's doing right now in part 2. So, and plus on top of the covenants that was established back then, there's new covenants that was established added on top of the covenants that was back then. So that's why everything the way it is now. So we got to remember what he did for us back then. He's going to do the same thing for us now. Ain't no difference, no ifs and buts about it. As long as we do what we supposed to do, have faith, do the commandments to our best ability, and remember what he had done for us back then. Because you got to believe in reincarnation. If you don't believe in reincarnation, you will forever be lost. All right? Hopefully that was edifying. I'm going to give all the glory and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakah, Kodash, that belongs to the apostles and elders of great millstone. Shalom to hopeful elect, which are the remnant of the Israelites, Israelite foreigners, that don't look like us, but they are us. Shalom.